Good morning guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to make a pineapple painting, and for that I am using a bond paper. If you can see this watermark here, it is a bond paper, and for that first of all we'll make these lines and paint them black alternatively. Okay, by the way, these lines are around 2 centimeter thick. So once you have made the lines on this A4 sized paper, all you need to do is take a broad paintbrush. It is a Cameline S67 synthetic hair water poster and acrylic color paintbrush, and dip it in a little bit of water. Then into the acrylic paint, I'm using acrylic paint for this painting of mine. If you are a beginner, then what you might like is to take a little bit of acrylic paint into a broad palette like this one. Put the paint in here, how much ever you need, scoop it out, add a little bit, at least 3 to 4 drops of water, or if you are doing this painting on a canvas, then you can put 8 to 10 drops of water, mix it well, and then use it directly. So then you don't need to dip your paintbrush into water and then into the bottle again and again. I'll show you that trick also. Wait. So okay, this I have taken this much of paint in case you can see it, and I will start it from here so that I have a handful of it. Okay, so this is the second trick that I was talking about. In this I've taken a little bit of black paint and put a little bit of water, a few drops. Now I'm going to mix it well. And this is another sheet of paper that I'm using to keep it here just after my first line finishes, so that I know where I have to stop and I don't mix it up with the alternate line. Just dip the tip, you don't need to dip like the whole paintbrush into the paint, because it's just the tip that we are going to use for painting. So this is how the first line has gone. until now. Make sure this thing or this paint has dried so that it does not mess up with your sheet. Now I'll do again with the third line, another odd line. Place the sheet carefully, just like that. Now to hide those mistakes, take a thin paintbrush. I am using classic paintbrush of number 4 and acrylic white paint. Get fresh water, dip the brush very nicely. Take a little bit of paint on the tip. Brush. That much is actually more than enough. Dab it that way. After it dries up, we'll do that thing again. Okay, so just like that. As you can see, I have already drawn this pineapple. Now what I will do is I'll entirely paint it into olive green. Okay, so what you can do is that you can use this acrylic paint named Sap Green. It has a very nice dark green color, which is useful as a background for this painting. Or what you can do is that mix green and a little bit of black. Don't add too much of black and mix it well. Now I'm going to use this paintbrush and this one, and this one. Now this paintbrush is 10. There's also of cameline. This would be used for these parts, like the tips of the leaves, wherever they are. This paintbrush will do them good. And so again, as it already has water, I'll just dip the tip of my paintbrush and start painting from here, drawing the border as always. And then bring it in. As I had told you, you paint it in both the directions, like this. Then again dipping just the tip, then doing the border like that. So as you can see, I've already completed with this portion. Now the only the leaves are left, and let's start doing them. So as I had told you, I will be doing the leaves with this paintbrush, cameline number 10. Again we'll dip only the tip, and we'll start doing the leaves. just this much, and then we'll move to another leaf which is here. Take a little bit of paint at the tip again. Start. The inner part we will complete it later with the thick brush again. If you are a beginner and if this is the first painting that you are making, please go slow. Like, I am doing this fast because I have been painting since 6 years now. This way. And we'll do this another time so that we get it darker. This way. Okay. Dip the tip. And do it again. This time I guess I took a lot of paint. Okay, and then the next, you have to be extremely careful with the tips. If you want, you can use a paintbrush which is thinner than this one and go very, very slowly. Wait, I'll show you in this petal of mine how the beginners can do with the same paintbrush that I'm using, that is with number 10. Okay, go this way, put a thin line like this, and then can go on filling interior part as you want. The main thing to focus is on the borderline, because that should not at all be ruined at all. See, like this. Okay. So here we go. Again, dip the tip, and we will be back here. By the way, I know there's a difference in lighting because now I'm shooting in the bedroom of mine. So that's why. Please, again a request, if you are a beginner, don't at all go this fast. Don't take it very, very, very slowly. Good things take time. Okay, now we will fill the interior portion, all of this, with the broad paintbrush. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So that roughness was because my paintbrush had gone out of water all of a sudden. The first time you use your paintbrush, even if you use it with that tip in which you get a little bit of paint and water into the palette, you have to dip it, because if the paintbrush is dry, the paint won't be coming out nicely at all. So now this is how this whole thing looks. On this there are gonna be a lot of layers to add. Now we will paint all the fringes of these leaves with yellow, which I have made in this palette again, because that is easier. So just like this, we will go on like that. So this is how it looks now. We will add light green color to it so that it would act as shading. Now this is the kind of light green color that I'm using, and we'll just make small leaves. First we'll start it lighter, so that if there's any mistake, then it blends in with the darker color. This is another shade that I have made, mixing a light green color, this shade, this one, with acrylic white. This is the white with this one. Adding white paint, white acrylic paint to any color will give it a thickness, and the color will come out brilliantly. Like, look at this one. So now I'll just dip the tip and begin making small leaves this way, also painting these ones. Do not overdo it, or else the black paint might come out and it would make it even paler. And in this, do not do the double stroke like both the side this way. Do not do it in this at this step, because that would blend in the black color also, which we do not want. This layer has to be of light color so that the painting gets shade. Just this way. Do it very, very lightly so that the black color won't mix at all. This is how it looks right now. I know it looks a bit messy, but we still have 2 to 3 layers left for the leaves to turn out as we want them to. Now you can see I've made these white circles, and painted them white, so that it kind of gives me a new canvas, and this dark green color does not blend in. and I've added strokes of white in the leaves so that it gets its 3D texture. And now you can see these lines there. I'm going to paint dark green. That is due to lack of water. Now I'm using this color again. It is Sap Green 391 Fabrica Camelin acrylic color. This is the shade that we had previously used. And if any of you guys think that you can directly paint it like without first doing the light color, first doing this color, then adding yellow and then dark green like that, no, it is not at all a good idea, because adding these many colors, it gives you that texture that we are looking for. Now you can see how the leaves have turned out. Now I'll be painting these white circles with yellow paint. I have again made it in my palette. And if you have a spatula to take out the hardened paint, then it is very good, because the paint gets hard many times, and then it's difficult to take it out by mixing water, like you have to wait and all. I do have two spatula and they really help me a lot. Like if you want to blend paint, then you can take out the required amount using those spatulas. You don't have to dip in that paint brush. Like for example, if I want to mix yellow and green, then normally if I don't have spatula, then I might have to use two paintbrush and the color might get mixed. But with spatulas that does not happen, so they are really very good. Actually by mistake I've added a little bit of more water. I know this painting particularly, it is time taking because we have used so many paints, and like you have to wait for the paints to completely dry before you add a new coat. But you have to go on with the process. Have patience, trust the process. Simply go on, turn on your favorite music, blend in with the rhythm. After this we will add another color. I guess this painting is 15 to 20 minutes far away. Shoot. Now there, like at this place, this place, I'll have to add green again. I'm not making this painting on a canvas because now I'm actually tired of canvas paintings. I have made many canvas paintings and now like there's not too much difference. It's just about the texture on canvas board. Because of that canvas sheet, the texture comes out really well because it is that hard thick cloth, so like it gets the color gets in very nicely, and a rich shade is given to every color. Okay, now all my circles are done. Now I'll add a dark color, which is this one, Canary Yellow by Camillin. No, it is Faber-Castell, number 107. It is this color, this one. So for this I'll again take that thin paintbrush of mine of number 4, this one. Now I'll show you the trick because we won't paint the whole thing yellow. What we'll do is we'll start in the middle by putting a drop and we'll like spread it. So prior to putting the darker color, I am using this color. This is a shiny color of Hobby Ideas. It is Pearl Lemon. Yellow 302. It is Pearl Lemon Yellow 302. But in case you don't have this color, then it's okay. What you can do is just add another thick layer of yellow paint. And do not forget to change your water every time you use a darker shade. Change your water. Do not ever forget. So again, taking paint only on the tip. Yes, by the way, I had used chalk so that you guys can see the circles. You can use pencil if you want. It is obviously visible to the naked eyes, but it won't have been visible to the lens. That is the reason that I did not use pencil and I used a chalk. It's better if you use pencil though, because so that if you forget to paint, then it won't be visible, but with chalk it would be visible if you are not good with the boundaries. What this pearl color will do is that it will give your painting such a nice shine in the light, like your painting will shine a lot. Okay, we are done with this yellow paint, light yellow color. Now we will add the dark color. That is, and yes, never forget to close any acrylic or pearl color, it will dry out. This canary yellow of number 107.